Hey y'all, it's me, Cody and Diamond, and welcome to the Codi Knits podcast. This is, I don't remember what episode. Sorry, I just feel a knot here on Diamond. I think it's from where she got a booster vaccine when she went to get her teeth cleaned. She got her teeth cleaned Friday, and they're all pretty and white. They didn't have to pull any teeth or anything like that. So we were happy. So if you don't have a dog or whatnot, when the dog has to have their teeth cleaned, I have to put them to sleep. So she was a little groggy when I got her and stuff, but she's good. But anyway, I'm Cody, and this is the Codi Knits podcast, and I can't remember what episode it is. Sorry. You'll know by the title. But you can find me. I'm a little out of practice, it seems like, but you can find me on Instagram is where I'm most active as nurse_Cody. And Cody is spelled C-O-D-I. And then I'm on Ravelry as Codi Knits. There's a Ravelry group, Codi Knits Podcast. And on YouTube, the Codi Knits Podcast. Yeah. It has been super crazy since the last time I spoke with you. And I apologize that it's been so long, but it's just been busy. What has been going on? Well, let me show you all of the fun knitting stuff, and then I will tell you more about what's going on at the end, in case people don't really, are just here for the knitting and don't really have time to, watch. But I do have a discharged object. Yay! Finally. I don't remember if I showed you or not, but maybe it was finished, but the end's not woven in. But I finally blocked this. This is the Hitchhiker, I believe, by Martina Bem. And it smells so good. I used Soak Celebrate. I apologize for the lighting. It's been raining. I feel like it's been raining for like a whole month straight. And today is no exception. It's like rainy, and then it'll be a little sunny and then rainy. Storms every day. So, anyway, I blocked this yesterday. I was doing a little house cleaning and such, so I went ahead and did that. But I used the soap. It's called Celebrate. And that's pretty. It has a little bit more yellow in it than what you're seeing. But it is a darker green, and it's got little pops of a yellow green. And yeah, so this is how I've knit this again. This is the second one, and I knit it in the exact, very similar color. There's a green color, because I had one and I wore it to work one day, and one of my patients that I love, she said she wanted one, and I asked her what color, and she said, well, one like what you have. And so I just gave her that one, and I knit myself this one. But how I tend to wear this, it's really like a shawlette, I guess, an asymmetrical shawlette. You start here, and then you end up here. So the rows never really get super long. It's not as big as it could have been, but I kind of ran out of yarn. But anyway, this is how I wear it. I usually do that. Pull that around and just kind of tuck that in somewhere, and I wear it like that. So it's kind of fun. It's warm, and it goes under my coat or whatever I'm wearing pretty well. But I like it. I wear green a lot, so it matches. Anyway, super happy with that. Yay! I think I showed you my socks that I finished, and those are still wet. Really, guys, I have not done a whole lot of knitting. I have one more thing to show you, and it's a work up. I've put a few squares on my sock yarn blanket, my scrappy sock yarn blanket, but this is actually a new cast on. You haven't seen this. I recently went to DC. I'll tell you about more soon, but I cast on these socks in the airport when I got through security. But this is a cute bag that the sweet mommy and daughter of Night Owl Fibers sent me. And it's got this cute liner. It's the perfect sock size bag. And this is the yarn. This was a sweet gift as well. It's a little doxies. Sausage dogs. It's funny, you know, people call it a sausage dog, a wiener dog, a hot dog. And when I walk by and there's Spanish people, and they don't know that I understand a little bit of Spanish, but they say salchichas and salchicha, and I know that they're talking about Little Diamond. But anyway, so that's that. This is the yarn, and I showed you this before. This is some I got from Jade, and her shop is called So Perfect Pearls on Etsy, and I am loving this. I mean, I guess to some people this is a lot of knitting, a lot of knitting, but I cast this on. I did a 1x1 rib. I meant to do twisted rib, but I forgot, so that's okay though. Oh, and look how beautiful this is knitting up. I did a heel flap and gusset. What? This is the Eye of Partridge heel flap. You can't really see it that well. And then the heel turn. And now I am on the foot. So, and I'm using some new needles that I got, and I'll tell you more about these, but they're Haya. They're not this sharp or anything like that. But they're 2.25 millimeters, US 1, 47 inch. And the cable can get a little annoying. I really like the color of it. It's green and it matches the sock, so that's fun. But it does kind of twist up on you a little bit, but not too bad. I'm just a little bit spoiled by Chalgu. But I really am enjoying these. When I first started knitting, I was kind of not impressed or wishing I had used a different needle at first, because I felt like it was really, really grippy. And the stitches just felt like they didn't want to slide. But now it's like they've been polished or something as I've used them, and now things just slide easily. So one thing, it was interesting doing this heel flap, heel turn, and gusset. You know, you pick up stitches for the gusset, and I don't know what happened. Like, I had I don't know what I did, but one of my needles I decreased too much, and the other one I didn't decrease enough, and so I had to go back on one of them. Well, one of them I finally got to where it was supposed to be, and the other one I had to go and add some stitches, basically. And I don't know how I did that, or what happened. I know I picked up the appropriate number of stitches on both sides and everything, so I was at a conference, so I just wasn't paying enough attention. But it was kind of weird because the beginning of my round, when I picked up the stitches, was in the middle of the heel. So instead of being, you know, the front of the foot and the back of the foot, it was kind of the opposite. So I don't know what I did, but anyway, I ended up where now it's back, where I'm on the top of the foot, bottom of the foot. This yarn is so soft. I've just loved knitting it. Sorry for the crinkling, but I wanted to show you this. My nose is itchy. So this is her information. Sew Perfect Pearls on Etsy. The color is called 2 Green for Spring. Pearl sock base, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And she gives you 400 yards, so that's pretty good. I am just loving it. Love, love, love. I cannot wait to wear it. They fit really good. But this is basically all I've been knitting, and I wanted to try out a new needle, and I would definitely recommend these needles. I don't hate them. They're gonna be one of my top, well, right now probably my top maybe top 5 needles, maybe top 3. ChiaoGoo, I just love the ChiaoGoo, so. But I also enjoy some wood needles too, so it just depends on. Okay. She went under the covers. Is that better? Is that better? So, anyway, I feel like the foot is a little wonky, and it looks weird on the back because I have decreased and then I increased back out a few stitches, but that's okay. It's still gonna fit. So I was not gonna rip it out and go back because it still fits well and it's beautiful, and you can't even tell it if you didn't know. I really want to try Kay Jones umbrella toe, so I need to purchase her sock pattern so I can do that toe. But I still got a little bit to go here. And that's really all I've been knitting. I do have my other shawl that I need to get back out and do some work on. It's one of those that I have to concentrate on a little bit, and I haven't really been home and had time where I could really just sit and concentrate. The only thing I took when I went to DC with me was this sock. I didn't take anything else. So, where do I start? Before my DC trip, the wonderful guys from Sweet Tea No Shade came up. John and Scott, and Betty Ann, and Helen. And they spent the weekend here in Atlanta, and it was so much fun. I felt bad because I had to work Thursday and Friday, but I think it gave them some time to do some things around the city that they wanted to do. But on Thursday night, I met up with them and caught up a little bit. And then Friday, we went out for dinner, a really nice dinner. And Saturday, we went yarn shopping. And I took them to my favorite local yarn store here. And it's called Eat, Sleep, Knit. And they do a lot of online business too, so if you want to check them out, you can. They specialize in hand-dyed yarns, and it's beautiful. The store, they have all kinds of stuff. It's huge. So I took them there and spent a lot of money. The needles I just showed you, I got those, and then I bought these needles, Knitter's Pride Dreams. These are 5mm US 8 16-inch. So I use these for hats, and so I wanted that. I'll show you what I got. So I got a couple of these. These are 50-gram skeins. And they're like a dark gray, or charcoal gray, if you will. And it's wool stock worsted blue sky fibers. You see how big my forehead is? I could write I could put advertisement there. And get some. Oh, anyway, this is it gets bigger and bigger. This is 100% fine Highland wool. There's 50 grams, 123 yards. The lot number is 203040. Color number is 1300, and it's called cast iron. There's a website. This is made in Peru. There's a website called blueskyfibers.com. You can check them out. But I got 2 in these, and I wanted these to make hats. And I wanted to make cabled hats. And so with cables, you need more like a plain color. And I wanted to make them a little bit more masculine, or gender neutral maybe, but I wanted to make some that boys would wear, or men, or whoever. So I got a couple of those. I got this to make a hat out of, probably. This Juniper Moon Farms is one of my favorite yarns, and I feel like for what you get, they're very good quality, and the price that you pay for it is very, very good. This is their Moonshine base, and that is 40% alpaca, 40% wool, and 20% silk. It's 100 grams, or 3.52 ounces, and oh, it's beautiful. A little veggie matter in there. Oh, it's so soft. I just love it. You can see it's a little, maybe you can see, yeah, it's a little fuzzy. This is color 01, lot 20872, made in Peru. I think you can get, I think they have a website, knittingfever.com. And they call this a number 4 weight yarn. But it's a single ply, and I thought it was beautiful. I also got a little kit, and I was super excited about it. So I want to get this hat that is called Winter Cable Hat. They had, and I just had to get these because it was so cute and it all came together. So this is 3 Irish Girls yarn, yarn ink. This is really beautiful, and so is this. It's the gray, and it's got the speckled purple and black in there, and this matches perfectly. So this is I don't know how to say this word. M-E-A-R-A. Miera Kid Mohair. 86% kid mohair, 14% nylon, and there's 15 grams in there. And the color is Day Glow. And then this one is Spring Veil with a V, worsted. It's 100% merino wool. The colorway is When Doves Cry. Aww. And it came with this awesome pom-pom. So I really wanted to make a cute hat, and I'm probably going to make this hat for Kirby. I have to see if she would like it or not. But if she wants it, it's probably going to be hers. So you basically hold these double and knit and put that on there. It's going to be so cute. If anybody's curious, I am in the I have to tell you in a minute because I am in the Team Hermit Crab. And if you know Eat Sleep Knit, then you know they have yearly yarnathons, and you get special prizes and stuff like that at different yardages based on the yardage of yarn you buy and you knit. And they have knit-alongs and everything on Ravelry, and you can buy offline. So even if you're on just buying online, you still can participate in the fun. I also got some more yarn. This is sock yarn, and here it is. It was not balled up like this, but it came with this mini. So Scott and John gave me a 9-inch circular sock needle, and I tried really hard to knit with it, and I couldn't. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold on to the needle, so I could not knit. And I knit a good like inch with it, the best I could, because I thought, well, you know, it's new, it feels different, you got to get used to it and give it a chance. And I really tried, and I just could not get a hold of it. I felt like, and I don't know if it's just the way I hold my needle or whatnot, but I felt like I could not hold them because they're little bitty. This is them. And, you know, they're chow goo. I thought I loved them, but I just couldn't. I tried really hard, so I gotta get these back to the boys because they'll put them to use. But I couldn't. But anyway, more about this yarn. I got sock yarn. And this is Northbound Knitting, northboundknitting.com. And this is superwash merino nylon fingering, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 460 yards. Hiziki, H-I-Z-I-K-I. And this is 75-25 as well. There's about 92 yards, it's 20 grams. And the colorway is Absinthe. It's really that greeny, and it goes perfect with here. So I can't wait to knit these too, but I'm gonna wait till I finish my other ones, I think. And I put them in a new bag that I bought. So my friend Kina, she's the Limitless Crafter, and she has the podcast. She's crafty, but she's not really podcasting much anymore. But she's still crafting. So this is from her. She put a shop update saying she had a little sale. So I was like, okay, let me go check it out. And I saw this one, and it's cookies and milk. It's so cute. Drawstring bag. Everything she does is very well made. This is absolutely adorable. It's got this lining that goes all the way through, and it peeks out the top. And she sent me some goodies with it, which is very sweet. Oh. So she sent me this awesome bracelet. It's green, it's got the skulls. I love it. I put it in there so I wouldn't forget to show you, but now I can wear it in case because I usually take things off whenever I get in the shower, and sometimes I forget to put them back on until I go back and get out of the shower or something. Anyway, she sent me some mini skeins. So there's that one. The fun thing about when people send you minis that are in balls already is, well, you can go ahead and use them without winding them. So that's good. But two, when they're wound up, you don't always know what's inside. Like, does this one, is it a stripy one, or is it all that same color? Or what? I mean, you just don't know what you're gonna get sometimes. And then this one. So now I can put these in my blanket. That's probably what I'm gonna knit on here in a little bit. But this is her card, the Limitless Crafter. I highly recommend you go check her out. She's always putting in new fun things like this, and she's very sweet. She's from Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada. Trying to see if there's anything else that she sent me. Nope, that was it, I think. Yeah, because I have the packaging that she sent me that in, and it has a little note, and that little note I put in my knitting journal every time someone gives me a little note. So yay! That's that. And we also went to this other little shop, and here, and it's like in the, I guess, Cobb Parkway area, and I got these mini skeins. This is called Red Shoe. This is called Curry. This is called Clover. This is called Shiva, and this is Violet. And they're 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. Oh, I didn't realize they had cashmere in them. I was gonna put them in my memory, in my little blanket. And it's from Anzula Luxury Fibers, Squishy Skeinettes, fingering socks somewhere over the skein boat. That's cute. Yeah. So I got those. Spent more on them than I really should have, but yeah, that is all. I wanted to go and check out one of the yarn shops in DC, and one of you viewers was really kind and offered to meet me there and meet up, and I'm so sorry that I could not. It was so busy. I was go, go, go. It was busier than I thought I was going to be. But good busy. Like, it was really good. And I did not get over there. And it poured rain the whole entire time. So, let me just kind of talk about it, I guess, since I keep teasing it. So I went for the Oncology Nursing Society's National Conference. We call it Congress. And it was absolutely wonderful. I learned a lot. I learned that I knew a lot, more than I realized. And it's just really cool to be around so many people who have the same passion about something as you do. And you guys who have been to like Rhinebeck and stuff like that probably understand what I mean a little bit about that, except this time it wasn't about a hobby but a different passion. It was all about oncology nursing and nurse practitioners and managers and leadership, and it's just really awesome to go, and it gets your excitement up and your passion like that. It kind of gets that fire burning a little brighter, if you know what I mean. Because you can get, with any job, you can get a little dim, I guess. After a while, it's still work, and it's, doing the same, it's work. And you can get really burnt out. Because it can get very emotional. It can be very emotionally draining. With any kind of nursing, really, you're dealing with people who are not at their best, and that's hard. And then add on something where they're not going to get better necessarily, or what you're doing makes them feel worse, or it can be rough. And some people do so well on treatment too. Like, it's changed a whole lot as far as what you think about treatments and what options there are and all that. And yeah, that can be a whole nother, I could talk about this forever. So if that's something you want to talk about, you can let me know. But I can talk to you a little bit more about oncology another time. But anyway, I went and I had a really good time. I stayed at the Cambria Suites Hotel and Suites downtown. It was like a couple blocks away maybe, so I walked, and it was a wonderful experience. We had, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw some pictures where we went to a little after party thing at Madame Trousseau's, I think. Basically it's like a wax museum of famous people, and it was really cool to see, and it's kind of creepy too. But it was a lot of fun doing that. And then we had a couple of really nice dinners that were sponsored by some of the pharmaceutical companies. So they teach you about their drug, and they feed you, and they wine and dine you, and that's always good. So that was really nice, and so I got to have some really nice dinner, and then we were gonna do a 5K race at the park, and it rained so much that the park was flooded and closed, so they did it inside this auditorium thing at the conference, like this huge room, and so that was kind of neat, but it wasn't exactly what you'd think. But as for a 5K fun run kind of thing, but everyone was happy that they were not soaking wet and no one drowned. So yeah, it was still good fun. And it stopped raining on Sunday. It's the day I left on Wednesday, and I came back on Sunday. It stopped raining, and that was the day I had to go back to the airport. So I was gonna go and do a little bit of sightseeing, but the closing ceremonies ended at 11 or something like that. And then I was like, you know what? I just go back to my hotel room. Well, I already signed out, or whatever you call it, checked out, but they kept my baggage for me. So I went back to get that, and I got an Uber to the airport, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go there, and I'll find something to eat in the airport, which the Ronald Reagan airport is so much smaller than Atlanta that I didn't realize that how fast you can get through security and stuff there compared to Atlanta. But so anyway, that's a whole other thing. So I got there, and I had like a lunch and sat down, and actually I went to a restaurant and sat down and ate at the airport, and that was kind of nice to not feel super rushed. And I got a Starbucks, and I did a little bit of work because I had to go to work the next day, and I wanted to get a few things done. And in order to get continuing education for the things that you went to, the presentations you went to, which is why one of the main reasons why I go to that conference when I can, is because you have to get continuing education hours to renew your license. You have to have so many for your RN, so many for your MP, plus for your certification you have to have so many hours. So that helps out. So you have to fill out a bunch of surveys about the class that you attended, or the lecture that you attended. So I did that, so I wouldn't have to worry about it later. And then we left a little bit early from the airport, and that was good. And then we had to fly around for a little while in the sky because of this. It was stormy. Then we landed, and we couldn't get off the plane for like an hour because it was a thunderstorm, and it was lightning, and no ground crew were allowed to be out there and all that. And I was a little nauseous because it was a little rough coming in. And then when I got stuck, we were stuck on the plane, and I was a little bit miserable there at the end. So there was that. And then I finally got off. I got me something to drink, a ginger ale, and I got my bag and got on a MARTA and came home. MARTA is like our train station. And it was like late, and then the guy came to bring me my dog. So it was just late, and then I had to go to work the next day, and I was exhausted all week. It was just exhausting. And let's see, it was my aunt's birthday, so we celebrated her birthday one evening at a lovely restaurant in Alpharetta. I think it's Alpharetta, Windward Park. Is that Alpharetta, or is it coming? Anyway, we did that, and so that had me another late night during the week, and so I was a little tired. And then what happened? Work, and then Friday night. So Friday morning I had to get up and take Diamond to the vet to get her teeth cleaned. And then Friday at work was a good day. I got to leave a little bit early, and so I came and picked up Diamond, and I waited for the traffic to calm down. So about 7:15 or so, I left to go get my mom, because Saturday was she finally got to redeem her Christmas present. I bought her tickets to see Kenny Chesney. He's a country singer, and she really loves him. And so I went and got her Friday night, and then Saturday we hung out, and she wanted to go see if she could find some new pants or whatever. So I took her to that, to TJ Maxx, and took her shopping a little bit. And then we went to the concert, and it was a really good time. There was a few people that played, and so it was a long, we got there, the gates opened at 4, and then, but Kenny Chesney didn't start playing until 9. And the first band, Del Rey or Ed Ray or Ben Lane or somebody I'd never heard of, he played. And then Old Dominion and Thomas Rhett, and I don't know these newer country singer people. But, so it was pretty good. But my mom, if you don't know, fell and hurt her back a little while back, and she was in a lot of pain. And she can't really stand too long, she can't sit too long. And she held out as long as she could, but we had to leave a little bit early. So, that was kind of a bummer. But I felt bad for her more because she was hurting so bad. So we came back home and we just went to bed actually. I got her comfortable and got her some pain medicine, and then we went to bed. And it was late still. It was like close to midnight already. So she lasted most of the concert. So I'm just glad we got to spend time together and do something that she's really wanted to do, and so it was nice. And then Sunday, I took her home, and I helped her like make her bed and fix it. She has like a little foam mattress topper thing, and it was all askew, so I helped her fix that and that kind of stuff. And then I came home and did laundry all day and relaxed a little bit. And then today I was gonna go to a wine tasting with a friend, but he decided he didn't want to go because it's raining. So I was like, okay, I'll just stay home. And I've been enjoying the day, just really relaxing. I needed it, actually, really needed time to just chill. I enjoy being busy and having stuff to do, but there's also like I need some downtime too, where I don't necessarily have anywhere I need to be. I can relax. So, couple of things I wanted to show you. One thing, when I was in, and some people have asked me about this before, and in like the exhibitor area at the conference there, it was so funny because I was knitting on my sock a little bit, and I was like, oh my gosh, and guess who I found? The Knitted Knocker people. These are some really wonderful people, and it's a really great company. And if you don't know, if you may not know, these are basically knitted boobs, and it's for women who've had breast cancer and who've had mastectomies, and they go into their bra and help them feel like a woman again. And there's a specific pattern and such that you use, and you need to use specific yarn so that it's comfortable, it's soft, and washable and that kind of stuff. And I just think that this is a wonderful, wonderful company. And you can volunteer to be a knitter or a distributor. But I wanted to tell you guys about this because I think it's so important. And if you've ever had those breast prosthesis, or if you've ever felt one that feels like that are like want to say rubbery, but they're kind of rubbery. They're heavy and they stick to your skin. And when you first have a mastectomy and that scar isn't healed and that kind of stuff, it can hurt and be very uncomfortable. And these are light, they're soft, they go in any bra, and they're free. And those other things are expensive, and that goes a long way. And so I want to give you the information about them. You go to www.knittedknockers.org, and you can learn more about their story. But it has where you can make different cup sizes, and it has the pattern and all that kind of stuff. And you can use double pointed needles. You can use magic loop. They have all that. So if you would like to contribute to that, and I think they want you to use cotton, just because it's a little softer on the skin, and you don't have to worry about sensitivity to wool and that kind of stuff. But it was so nice that they gave me some samples, because I told them I wanted to tell you guys about them a little bit more. So there's that. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm probably missing some stuff that I've done, but the last thing I wanted to talk about is thank you to everyone who participated in the giveaway. Everyone's package is on the way. I sent it out yesterday. I'm terrible, and it took me forever. I was waiting on, part of it was I was waiting to get both of the addresses, so I only had to go to the post office one time. But the other part was because I was busy and out of town. So I apologize for that, but I hope that you enjoy your gifts when you get them, your prize. You guys make me so happy, and I'm pleased that I could give back. So I want to do another knit along, and this one is going to be for a few months. It's going to be until maybe fall time. And what I want to do is collect hats, because our patients can really use them. And I thought, I know I like to knit hats and things like that more in this time of year when it's warm out, because it's not a big heavy project laying in my lap or something, so I don't get too hot. But then they're ready and good to go for when the winter comes. So if you are interested, what I thought I would do is, I don't have any prizes yet, but I will come up with some, and it'll probably be some patterns and some different things, whatever I find. And if you're a maker or something and you want to donate, you're welcome. Just get in touch with me. But what I want to do is, for every hat that you submit or you send to me, I will put you in. I put your name in to win a prize. And so the more hats you make, the more chances you have to win. And then I will donate them to where I work. And the patients will absolutely love and appreciate you guys for doing that. They love it. And it could be knitted, crochet. It doesn't matter to me if it has wool or not, if you use wool or cotton or acrylic or whatever you want to use. Only thing I ask is that when you send it, if you will label what fiber content is in it, because I know some of my stuff is got 20% wool in it, the rest of it's acrylic, or sometimes it's all wool, and sometimes it's all acrylic. And just so that whenever they pick it up and they know this has wool in it. And some people say don't even make them, but there's a lot of people who do not have wool sensitivities, or like if it's alpaca, or is it silk, cashmere, is it, you know, whatever it is. People don't necessarily, not everyone has those sensitivities to that, and some actual acrylics can feel more scratchy and rough than some wool does actually. Other people may argue with that, or not argue, but some people may disagree with me on that statement, but they can whatever they want. So that's why. But I think if we label and say it has whatever it's got on there, like I usually will, you know, put it in a baggie or something, a clear baggie or whatnot, or use a safety pin and pin on the label, and just so they know, so that when they pick it up, they know this is, you know, and if it needs to be hand washed only or whatnot. That's the only thing I ask that you do, and then send it to me, and I'll enter you in for a giveaway. Now I need to figure out how to give you an address without giving the whole world my address. Okay, if you are participating and you have stuff to send, then send me a message on Ravelry or Instagram. I'll probably respond to you more quickly on Instagram than Ravelry. I'm really bad about checking Ravelry messages. Or you can send me an email at, well, no. Just send me a message on Instagram. I'm nurse_Codi on Instagram, or I'm Codi Knits on Ravelry. You can send me messages there if you want to participate. And I think it'd be a fun way. I know a lot of you donate to charity and stuff anyway, so like don't feel obligated or anything. It's just something I thought would be a fun thing to do over the summer warm months or whatnot. So if you want to participate, let me know. Anyway, I hope you are all having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to everyone who has served our country, or who is currently serving. It really takes special people to do that, and I really mean that. And I'm grateful that we live in a place where and in a time where that's something that people freely are choosing to do freely, and I really appreciate those who risk their lives for my freedoms every day. So thank you, and I hope you're getting to spend time with your family and your loved ones, and don't forget to give them big hugs and kisses and let them know that you love them. And I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Oh wait, I got one more thing to show you. I did a little bit of cross stitching. Been a long time since I did this, but I've added everything in orange, and then I started adding, I don't know if you can really tell, but there's some darker blue. I've added that, so that's fun. My fingers hurt a little bit. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, but it's something a little different sometimes. But now I really want to knit, so I'm gonna go and get this hopefully quickly-ish uploaded into iCloud, so I can download it onto my computer, so I can upload it into the video editor, and then download it from my video editor onto my computer, and then from my computer it doesn't download it formats, and that takes forever. And then I gotta take it from that format and then upload it onto YouTube, and that can take So, but I love you guys. And I really enjoy doing it. So it's all worth it, in my opinion. So I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. And again, let me know if you want to participate in that giveaway. And we'll get things rolling. All right. See you later, guys. Bye.